Well, here we are at King Arthur Tools in Tallahassee, Florida. It's still hot, even though we've left the desert. It's probably about 38 degrees. So we're just going to pop in and meet Pamela and Arthur, just to get an understanding of what we do here, or what they do here.
Here we go. Get us out of this heat.
Air conditioning neck.
Oh, thank goodness. Now, if I'm not much mistaken, they should be in an office round here on the left.
The one with the king on it.
With the king on it, that'll be the one, yes.
Let's have a quick look at that before we go in. Ready?
Oh, they locked. That's funny, isn't it?
Hello.
Don't believe it. Colwin Way and Nick Agar.
Here we
Where
are.
did you guys come from?
Vegas.
There's no mistaking where we are, is there?
Well, we're still in Vegas. Look at all the bright lights. Oh, fantastic.
Wow. Well, here we
Look
are.
at this.
Yeah,
I'm
nice
wearing a-
shirt.
Oh,
That's a nice shirt.
hey.
Pretty good, Arthur. Yeah, I'm understanding.
So here we are in the kingdom with King Arthur himself and Pamela, Queen Pamela, should I say?
Thank you.
Yes, yes. So, well, the first time I've been here, but what I've known you two, we've known each other for a long time, 24 years now, since
Yep.
the first wood turning cruise.
Yes.
And 3 months.
And 3 months. So a long, long time.
Yes.
A long, long time. But a lot of people won't know what happens here at K Tools. So could you explain a little bit about what you're producing, what you're about, really?
Well, we are well known for producing Lancelot and Squire, the chainsaw blades that fit on 4.5-inch angle grinders.
Yeah.
And a bit of history that we started way back in 1990 with King Arthur's Tools. Why give model numbers to these products? So we decided to call it King Arthur's Tools, and my former partner at that time came up with the name. I was dead against it. So he talked me into it when he said, we'll call them Knights of the Round Table. So we have Lancelot. I felt Lancelot needed a helper to go with all the power carving kits, so we called them Squire. Then I developed a product called Galahad, but further to that we came up with Holy Galahad when I put holes in it. And then I met a guy called Nick Agar.
Oh, right. I've met him before. Yeah.
And Nick tried to give me a wood turning lesson. Look at that.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, Arthur did trip and unfortunately saved himself with his thumb and sprained it a bit. So no wood turning involved, I'm afraid, for that one. But the Holy Galahads actually do allow you to see what you're carving when they're in motion. So it's not just about clearing dust. It actually does help you see what you're carving, doesn't it, Arthur?
Yes,
So
it really
it's
does.
not just a thing. And of course, my involvement with you was with the box next to you. You know, look at that young guy on there. You hardly
I wasn't
recognise
going
him.
to say anything, but
So of course, then there's the mini carver and the miniature versions of those carbide cutters.
and the Merlin. So keeping on with the same theme. So tell
Oh,
us
yeah,
a little bit about that. The Merlin.
The Merlin, yeah. How did that?
The Merlin came about because I went to Oslo in 2002, and I had a gentleman called Lars Sterner tell me that there was a German product that the small chainsaw that I'd invented would fit on. So I contacted the German company, and for the first time in their history, they allowed one company to be able to handle just one product instead of the whole line.
Yeah, I see.
And that's how I got the Proxon, and we called it Merlin, and put the chainsaw onto it. And then I developed a whole range of other tools. And from there, it had a few problems. I tried to get them rectified, and we wound up developing our own, and we call it Merlin 2. As a result, we now have over 60 products that fit onto that miniature angle grinder.
Yeah, 'cause
And
you
Nick
have a
was-
lot of products, don't
Yeah,
you?
yeah. Nick was instrumental in that. He really, he really was. So, I'm very honoured to, one, wear his T-shirt, be involved with Nick, and promote his brand, promoting our brand around the world.
Yeah. Well, let's, if it's okay with you guys, if we can have a quick look around, because I know you've got
Sure.
lots of pieces from, again, some wonderful makes all over the world, some of which have been using some of these products on as
Sure.
well. Some from Nick, I understand.
Well, maybe a couple of old ropey dogs out there, but there's some amazing stuff, and
Incredible
we have to
stuff.
remember it's difficult for me and Colwyn, Pamela, coming from our wood turning world. We've got to remind ourselves, as you know, that you know so many artists and carvers and just wood artists that use your products. So I'm sure we're going to talk about some of those when we go on a journey.
That's quite unique here, isn't it? Because it's not just turning we're talking
Totally
about
not.
now. It's carvers,
Carving.
it's textures, it's all sorts. So that's quite exciting for us because we've seen a lot of turning along with
Yeah.
turning.
One thing that you're going to see in the gallery is everything that's in there, one of our tools touched it. So that was one thing that we're really proud about. And also the thing I love about King Arthur is that he just builds great relationships with people, and he listens to woodworkers. And that's a lot of how some of his products were made, is he listened to woodworkers and they told him what they needed.
Feedback. We need one of those. How about making one of these?
Yes,
Is this even
exactly.
possible? Lots of brainstorming
Yes,
and thinking.
a
Exactly.
lot of that. He has a really good way of building synergies, building
Absolutely, I'll
relationships.
second that.
And I think that's really good.
It
And so do you want to see the rest of
Yes,
King
please.
Arthur's
Even though it's
tools?
really nice to be out the heating in this lovely, cool office with lots of carvings. I will, as always, guys, photograph stuff and show you some, but just a few things. I
We're
mean,
really-
this
rather
carving
thin
on the wall here is
down.
almost three-dimensional. It's amazing. So I'll try not to fall over and walk backwards.
Okay.
Follow me, and we'll see what we can find on the way. Yeah, as you said, Colton, the door was even fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to back out of this office places.
Well, if you got to see the king, you've got to see the queen. Did you see Guinevere's door?
Did
you
I see
that?
Guinevere's door?
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. Isn't
There
she
she
a
is.
beauty?
She's
Just
a
hiding
beauty.
round the corner.
Come on through and see the rest. This is the round table.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to stop at the round table.
The round table room.
Wow.
Yes.
Let me get back over here and see
And of course
that.
you can see that it's a beautiful piece of wood, but what I like about it, if I can move the phone, is the juniper down there that is put together.
Oh, yeah.
And the juniper has no nails or anything. Remember, see the plugs? See the pegs?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fun.
Isn't that,
Fantastic.
and that holds it up. When Arthur first had the vision for this, it was going to be solid wood, but you can imagine the weight.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so this way, it just gives it a little bit more character. But that pedestal itself is a piece of art.
That is one table.
Yeah,
My
isn't that gorgeous?
yes.
Yeah.
So this room's used for conferences. I guess you've got,
Yes.
your audio-visual stuff set up
Right.
behind.
That's
There's
what we
been
do.
major decisions made in this company.
And
My younger brother in Australia bought this at an auction. His wife didn't like it, so I gave it off.
It's a great one for this room, isn't
Fits
it?
so well.
And fits.
Perfect.
And
I'd
that's-
also like to point out, Colwyn, that that's Pamela's chair, okay, and I sit at this humble chair.
Okay. Know your place.
I know my
Arthur,
place.
Know your place.
And we have 12 handmade cedar
Cedarwood, yeah.
cedarwood logs for the round table.
They're just great. They
It is,
really are.
it is pretty
Merlin's
cool.
to your right as well.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
not
did you see
forgetting Merlin. Of
There
course,
he is.
there he is.
Wizard of a Two.
Look at that. That's great. Do you know I never noticed that before
What,
on
that
his
he's a
hand.
Wizard of a Two?
No, but I never noticed it on his hand.
Oh,
That's too funny.
just some things you just don't notice.
Okay, coming round, reversing back out. I'm guessing that's the restroom.
That's the men's restroom.
That's the men's restroom.
That's Lancelot.
And already we're busting into
And now we're going into the gallery.
the gallery.
and,
What a door that is. So I'll
and
follow
this
you
is
in.
Another painted,
Oh, wow.
painted door. We've got some pieces out here. that
There's
kind
work
of
everywhere.
Overflow.
already.
You'll see Harvey Myers, and you'll see
John Jordan,
Yeah.
Mortimer.
yeah, and you'll see Mortimer. So you'll see some pieces that kind of spilled over because the gallery is rather full right now.
It's
So-
okay, following you guys in.
Okay, come on in.
Here's the way Pamela takes over.
Do you know the background to Guinevere's gallery and how she was born?
Do I know the background to Guinevere's gallery? No, do fill us in, please.
Okay. Arthur had his 60th birthday coming up, and we had pieces all over the building, and we had pieces that were just getting too much. And so I wanted to give him a birthday present. And so we bought this building with other intentions in mind to get more space, and then turned this into Guinevere's gallery, and we had a grand opening on Arthur's birthday. I planned a lunch for a group of people that are more associates, and then a dinner for friends that were really close. The associates never left. And so we ended up with a huge party at night, and we had didgeridoo players, because didgeridoos are made with
Oh,
our
there's one in the corner there, yeah.
tools. Yeah. And we had didgeridoos, and we had drums, and you'll see drums over there that are made with our tools. And as I stated before, everything in here, one of our tools touched it in some way. Now, some people have favorite tools,
Yeah.
favorite
Favorite pieces. I was going to ask you to pick out two or three.
And so I am looking for mine because some of the pieces got moved around. All right, this may come as a surprise to you. This piece was made by a gentleman who had a stroke. And he had his wife drive him here to show Arthur
Beautifully finished.
and to tell Arthur how much he appreciated that he had invented a tool that he could then again do his carving and also sand, because with his condition he wasn't able to do anything. So this is my heartfelt piece. And it really makes you feel good when you know that you've changed somebody's life.
But it's so well finished.
It's so well finished, and he was so proud of that. It's not big, he didn't sign it, he's not famous, but it really reflects what happens here with our tools, that it helps people become more of them and make things that they didn't think that they could make. So that's my heartfelt
I love it.
piece. And he came from Georgia, his name was Art, and his wife drove him down, and I cried the whole time. Because it was beautiful. Arthur, do you have a favorite piece?
I've got a few favorite pieces. The story behind that panther is that a Seminole Indian chief who lived in Miami was on his way to Arizona, and he asked his son to stop here and again thank us for what we'd developed, and I wound up swapping him a Merlin 2 for that panther. That's how that came about. I don't recall the gentleman's name.
I think we have it there, honey.
Well, Chief Jerry Haney, Arizona.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's who it is.
So that was another heartfelt piece.
And then a couple of other pieces I had brought over from Norway. These chairs.
Oh, they're rather special, aren't they?
This is
if
a
I-
storybook chair.
Yeah, that's the rose mulling style, and making Norwegian chairs, these chairs, is something special. So you see the carving that's done there.
Do you want to help and spin it around, Cole?
But you'll see
Oh, wow, it's got a troll.
it's got a troll under the bridge, 3 billy goats. But the reason that they like our tools is look underneath, Nick.
Oh, wow. Gosh. Yeah.
It's all hollowed out
Out
and
of
shaped
the one log. Okay.
out of one log. And I fell so much in love with them that I brought
surprise.
3 over. One in the rose mulling style, one in the carving style, and this is the wedding chair, which we brought in the year 2000.
Yeah, the Norwegians told us that they really liked the Lancelot to just plow through the wood they didn't want.
Yeah.
Before they were actually chipping away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I have another favorite piece that may surprise everybody. And this is a friend of mine from Norway. And this is his name. and you all can pronounce it.
Asmund Vignes.
S-Man.
Asman.
And I just love his work. I just love that he did that. I am from Maine, and so fall colors are important to me, and he did a great job on that piece for me.
It was the first time he'd done any airbrushing.
Yes.
He said, "Can I have a go at that?" After having an accident with some purple stain, trying to get the lid off, and dyeing his beard somewhat purple.
Yes, he did.
He did a great job on that.
This is from Derek Crossman, and it's just beautiful.
Great motion on that.
And that was a gift to us. And as you can see underneath, he put a little
Oh, like a
Fish.
manta ray. No, the what do you call those fish that
fish that swim
that
underneath.
swim underneath them?
So there's
think
so
of the name.
much detail. You know, so much detail.
Right.
And then we have some chip carving also from Wayne Barton. That's something
Phenomenal.
you know in the woodworking
Phenomenal.
world. So what you're seeing here too, you're seeing turning and carving and chipping and all kinds of things that people have created.
Can I ask a question about this one? Because whilst I've been here on this wonderful tour, I've really taken to these guys here.
Yes.
And this is a board, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord.
And so it's as hard as timber when to carve.
Yes.
Yes. And that was done by Sandra Price in
North Carolina.
In North Carolina when we were at the
Clinksport
Clinksport show,
Oh yeah.
and she did that using Merlin.
So got the female and male cardinal there.
Yep, both of them.
And which you have in your garden. We're watching this
This,
morning.
this fish here was done by Tom Dean from Montana, and he now sells his pieces for, can I say, but I shouldn't.
Add
but I
some
will.
zeros.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah.
Wow.
The other thing I thought was clever is I told you that Arthur listens to woodworkers and wood carvers. Well, when he came up with the idea for Merlin and was looking at the accessories that came with the kit, he wanted to have a wood artist make something that used those pieces. And that's what you see there with the pine cone.
Yeah.
See, that's the cross, a lot of things in there. It's the Merlin that he made with the... So I thought that was pretty clever.
Right next to Richard Raffin.
Right next to Richard Raffin.
Yeah, and the same artist who made that bowl also did
those
Cincinnati, the Fox. They were demonstration pieces that we had David Eli make.
Well, there's a whole other side of the gallery over here. We mustn't miss a couple of these out.
Okay, here's
I know
another
this-
favorite.
Well, favourite, okay.
Yeah.
Of course it will be.
This was
Pamela.
made by Jerry Hammock. It was given to his mother. And
So would Jerry be your son by any chance?
Jerry would happen to be my
Well,
son.
there you
and
go.
also Vice President of Sales and Marketing and Business Development for King Arthur's
Well, that's
Tools.
good to
There we
know.
go.
So you better have had that as a favourite, but it's actually a really nice
It's
piece
actually,
of
I loved
material.
it. And it was the first one that he'd ever made.
Oh, that's a
and
good one.
And Merlin was able to carve it out
Right.
and to do that. So
I also like Nick and Colwin. I love the owl.
Oh, that's something else.
Because that was made by a gentleman in Quincy, Florida, and he has since passed away. But he was a disabled vet with one leg, and it took him about 40 straight hours to make that.
I'm telling you, yeah, I bet he did.
You know, and we featured that in some national magazines.
Well, down here there is a rather small hat by, of course, none other than Johannes Mikkelsen. And I did hear a little giggle behind me when I was going on, and here are the models wearing those hats. Aren't they just the best bit of fun? Best bit of fun. I mean, they were made for you by the look of it, because they
were
fit
made
rather
for us.
well.
Yes, I was on the wood turning cruise one year, and a gentleman came up and took a piece of string, put it around my head, and he sent me a hat afterwards.
And that was Johannes.
And that was Johannes.
How about
And
it?
this I got, I won this at the auction. So, and Eric, this is one piece you did not get.
Yeah, you were lucky. Colwyn, have you got a couple you can pick out, do you think?
Well,
you know,
That's a good idea.
it's bound to be
I was
itching.
hoping
I'm
you were
going to pick
gonna
one
ask me
too.
that. I'm gonna- apart from this ridiculously amazing piece down on the floor, which you have to really be here to
You
appreciate.
kind of do, yeah, very to scale and lifelike.
Yeah. These, I
Yeah.
don't know. the colour, can I pick them up?
Yes.
Oh, you
by
have
all
to
means.
touch.
That was made by Tor Nihus in Norway.
With the Merlin.
Was that Tor, or was
Look at
it this name in front of it? It's Tony QS. Tor did the trays here, but
No, Tor
that
did
was
those.
Tor. Okay,
I just love the
amazing.
colours on these.
Yeah.
The colours, they're different.
That's very traditional. Isn't
That's
it?
very
Yeah.
traditional.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And Tor wound up making one that is in the equivalent of their Budweiser, a factory that's pretty life-size. I mean, it is huge.
Are they intended? So obviously they're a bowl of some sort, but they are intended for anything in particular.
Drink.
Yes, they are a drink.
Yes.
That's what they do there.
Of course, it fits around the face, doesn't it?
And that's why he did the carving for the beer place.
Right.
Because it's for drinking beer.
Just try it, Colwin. Just
Cheers.
give it a go.
I think that's probably more size that one. I could get a good IPA in that one.
Just,
Could you
just
get
try it.
enough in there?
I reckon.
Like it's a quick half,
Ah, yes.
a quick half a pint.
that fits really well.
Good choice.
But I mean, just look at that detail in there.
Yeah.
It is
They're
incredible.
It is. Okay, while I'm standing next to it, I'm going to just pick one that's caught my eye. I'm not sure about the maker, but it looks like a Mark Gardner. I think that's
And
what
you're
it
right.
says.
He
Yes.
demonstrated here.
Out of shot there, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Again, just very recognisable artist's work at the corner of your eye. But you were talking detail then in a different way. But of course, you can see where the Merlin or something similar would have been used to carve away some of the excess of that material. So that was one of mine. Any others, Colwin, striking you behind you?
Oh, goodness.
All of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, where do we start? Some recognisable ones here, of course.
Of course.
Yes.
And then, of course, we've got the Jimmy Clues up there.
You've got who's got a Jimmy Clues? You've got a Jimmy Clues. You never see that anywhere. Which one is it? Is that a Jimmy up there?
I think so.
Okay.
The three of them.
Those
up
three.
there.
Yeah,
And
and
the
this
cruise
one needs
one,
to be
of course.
turned a little bit. See, he did that on the wood turning
So
cruise
that
for
was.
2001.
That's one I've done on the.
And there's a
cruise.
Harvey Mayer, and this piece is just ridiculous. And of
Isn't it
course
gorgeous?
we know whose work that is. We don't even need to say it, Cynthia
John
Gibson. But
Ah,
it's got all the signatures from the participants of the cruise,
In 2014.
and flipping around, mate.
There's Nick.
There he is, and a smiley face.
oh,
Yeah.
look next to it.
Look
Yeah,
at
oh
him,
my
mate.
goodness, there's waves.
And Vicky, your wife's there too. Fantastic. So, but look at that. I mean, that is just. I'm going to get closer and closer. It is just, you need patience to just even study it. Never mind to make it. Just quite an amazing
Beautiful.
piece of work on a nice,
the baseball?
nice. But now I believe Jimmy probably turned that platter, didn't
Yeah, he
Yeah.
could have. I'm pretty sure he did.
he? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
Well,
He's a nice
we
guy.
could spend hours and days in here, talking about tools, talking about carving. Happens to be next to you. Da, 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 da.
Does that look familiar?
Yeah,
dear.
so good. And sometimes you don't remember where pieces were, do you, Colwin?
No, I know
it's
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
it's all right. Whatever I just stood on, it survived.
It's okay. It's a beautiful pear that was given as a gift to King Islands. Yeah.
Well, we could look around here for hours and hours.
We
I'm
could.
just going to go over these Rose Marlin Norwegian pictures, platters on the wall, because I think they're amazing. And then turn round and really just have to say thank you, Arthur and Pamela, for having us here.
for being here.
Pamela, you have anything else with the story that you wanted to add, or were you talking about the?
Well, I was just remembering the baseball that was made out of wood, and that was another Norwegian cruise. Remember that?
Michael Hoslook, of course. I saw you were over at gesturing. I might have interrupted you. I apologise again. So much from the wood turning cruise.
Did I pick up something dirty?
So many artists you've met and have come to be such good friends with.
We,
And
we consider ourselves extremely fortunate and very lucky. I mean, the fact that you guys are here That's a big deal.
Well, back at you, because I think we're all fortunate that you make what you make and that you're so giving into the woody world that we're all part of.
Sure.
It's just one big giant family, and of course we've known each other for many years now, and my name's on some boxes in 72 Woodcraft stores,
Right.
thanks to King Arthur's Tools, you know. So it's been wonderful. Long may it continue. And if you haven't heard of King Arthur's Tools, do look them up on their website, katools.com. Anything you want to add to that, Arthur? Have you got any other pages or websites you want to talk about?
I would love people to have a look at our new line of manpower tools.
Manpower Tools.
Manpower tools. They can see them on our website. They could also go to manpowerusa.com. So, and that's an exciting new range of tools that we found today will cross over brilliantly into turning. Not just carving, but turning and carving.
Yeah, too right.
Incidentally, we've literally just finished the video, so a combination of turning and using the manpower tools. So we're going to be putting that out soon, Nick.
We'll put that one up there shortly. It was just, we did it in a time-lapse fashion, just for a bit of fun, up in King Arthur's studio upstairs, and just ready for the viewers' fun. So we just did a bit of turning, a bit of carving, using a 3-inch triangle manpower cutter, actually, so they can see that after watching this video. But really, guys, this is the place to be in the gallery. It's just phenomenal. I keep seeing things at the corner of my eyes I'd like to see. I have photographed a few. Colwin, thanks as always. Brilliant to interview. And Arthur, you look good in that shirt. I might let you keep it.
Nick, thank you for the hand.
Great to see you all. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Bye.